Ubisoft has long confirmed that Mirage is going back to the roots of the Creed and thus opening the doors for endless possibilities. When this news first hit the market, fans began to wonder about many different things, like if we are getting the tailing missions back, and are there any rift missions, and how will the customization options be in Mirage. Now, as on date with no signs of releasing gameplay anytime soon, the speculations are still high in the market, and it made me wonder about the Crossbow from old classic AC games. And that's exactly what we are discussing today. Welcome again and let's dive in. Let's start by acknowledging the fact that Ubisoft had removed the Crossbow from Assassin's Creed 1 because they wanted the game to be historically accurate. Imagine Altair is using 21st century Crossbow in his time. Now that won't be logical by any means, and it was the right thing to do at that time, and Ubisoft was very careful with things back then, while having a transition from Prince of Persia franchise to AC franchise. Now, there are mainly two reasons for the removal of Crossbow from Assassins. One was for the sake of fluidity of the gameplay. I mean, it's not like you're going to stop for a minute and reload your bolts while enemies in classic AC games are surrounding you to attack in dense AC environment, and these things are mainly suitable for RPG games. The actual time for a medieval crossbow to reload cost around 1 minute just to ensure that the strings are strengthened enough along with the bolts. This might cause a contradiction to the gameplay in AC games since it offers a fast-paced close combat action gaming instead of distant sniping. The other reason can be that the medieval crossbow didn't come into existence until late 11th century, and Ubisoft was careful enough back then to not include weapons from the future in the game and keep the games actually grounded. Now coming back to AC games, in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations, our favorite Ezio uses the crossbow, and we finally saw how the crossbow was planned for Altair, and it turned out that crossbow was a very useful weapon when it comes to long distance enemy kills. And before Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations, in Assassin's Creed 2, we had a pistol that was a very good option, but the storage was always an issue with it, and also it took very long time to aim and kill a target. Then in Brotherhood, we finally got a crossbow, and the problem with storage was also solved, and the aiming problem was also solved with the new installment. With all that discussion, you might be wondering where this connects with Assassin's Creed Mirage, as we all saw Basim in the cinematic trailer and he did not have any crossbow on him. And let me tell you that these things are subject to change, not just the cinematic trailer, even when the gameplay of any game is released. Even after that, many things get changed. If Basim does not have crossbow on him in the cinematic trailer, it doesn't actually mean he's not going to have it in the final game. And we are not saying that crossbow will definitely be in Mirage, but there are very high chances of it being in actual game. And with the earlier discussion about why Ubisoft removed Crossbow from AC1, which was set in 1191, you might think that Mirage is even 330 years earlier, and how can Crossbow be in it? But guys, that Ubisoft is long gone. I know they used to be trendsetters in the industry, but now when we look at Ubisoft, we see them following into the footsteps of other companies, and that is the only reason they are trying to create RPG games from Assassin's Creed franchise, which already has an established player base. And to be honest, Assassin's Creed franchise is not that grounded anymore like they used to be in the earlier years. We have the mythical creatures, issues, gods, and so on. And I don't need to say any more, and you got the point. And if you think that Mirage is going to be any different, then look at this Prince of Persia skin for Mirage, which looks completely unrealistic and weird in my opinion. So my conclusion is, I don't think that Crossbow is out of the possibility just because of above two reasons, and it can very well make its place in the game as Ubisoft is yet to reveal some other weapons for Mirage. Now let me know in the comments whether you agree with the discussion or not. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks, and signing off, Game of X.